Katie, put down your Murder, She Wrote book. It's time to solve a Murder, She Wrote puzzle.
Just let me finish reading about this episode.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Look who's back.
I'm back.
So it's been 2 years since Katie has been on the channel.
It has?
Yeah, because last summer you were in Europe while I was here. So we haven't filmed together in 2 years. And so, of course, we are back with a Murder, She Wrote puzzle. It is called The Art of Murder. So we've already done 2 of these on the channel. There's 4 in the series, and it's going to be art themed.
Great.
Are you ready?
You went to art school. I didn't.
I did go to art school, but I don't think that's going to help.
We'll see.
But I did recreate the cover once again.
It looks really nice.
So if you're not familiar with this type of puzzle, this is a mystery jigsaw puzzle where it comes with a story and then we solve the puzzle, but the image on the puzzle is not what you see here. We have no idea what we're putting together. And then once we've put it together, we're going to be able to find clues to solve the mystery. And you can play along at home. Before we reveal the answer, I'm going to share a full, complete image of the story and the puzzle. You ready?
Let's do it.
Jessica Fletcher spends a lot of time around people who get murdered.
Yeah, the murder rate of her town is not great.
All right, story time.
I'm ready.
And to be clear, this is not an episode, so you're not going to find it in the unofficial Murder, She Wrote casebook. Okay. Art of Murder, written by Eric S. Wise. Jessica Fletcher knew that something was wrong as soon as the elevator doors opened. Okay, so she's in a hotel, I believe. No, she's in an office building. Edward J. Osborne Industries. Ed, she said tentatively, stopping when she saw a man she did not know sitting on the desk leafing through papers. He was a police detective.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Someone beat her to the scene of the crime.
Excuse me. Where is everyone? They're being interrogated down on the 98th floor. Say, don't I know you? Don't you turn up at every single murder scene? That wasn't in the book. Okay, so Mr. Osborne is not hurt. He's just being asked if he knew the victim. Are you a reporter? Victim? Has someone been hurt? I mean, I would think so if the police are there. An attractive young woman who worked as an artist for the ad agency downstairs. She was found lying under her art table this morning. It looks like murder. Hey, that's who you are. You're Jessica Fletcher, the murder mystery writer. Okay, so Jessica came to meet Ed for lunch. He's an old friend. Can I go down and see him? I guess so. It won't hurt the investigation. Who knows? Maybe you can help out.
She's actually being invited this time. That's great.
That's how murder scenes work. Okay, so they go to the 98th floor, which is where the advertising agency is. So there's detectives standing around 3 people. It's always 3 people. We have a young man in a leather jacket. Who's that going to be in my story on screen? Could be Harley from Boy Meets World. Could be Danny from Grease. It could be Sean from Boy Meets World.
Do we know anything else about him?
No, just a leather jacket.
Great.
A second man wearing a green jogging suit, and then an older gentleman with gray hair and an excellent tan.
That could be the grandfather from Gilmore Girls?
I wouldn't call him an excellent tan.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
George Clooney.
Ooh, George Clooney. Okay, I'm going to have to brainstorm old men with tans. So those are our 3 suspects.
Great.
Oh, the gray-haired man is Ed.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Ed says, I think I'm a suspect. What should I do? Now, Ed, just tell the truth and everything will be all right.
Unless the truth is that he did it.
Okay, so the victim's name is Barbara Monk. So Ed says, I first met Barbara in the elevator. It's a long ride up, we'd often talk, and she spoke of how she and her partner had won several advertising awards. And the man in the jogging suit is her partner, Barry Barlow. Barlow wrote the copy and Barbara did the artwork. So he hired them to do his company's advertising.
Okay.
They were working on a new campaign this week. It was for my Rust Buster Bust Proofing Spray.
Great name.
I told her that the work had to be ready by 8 a.m. She was going to work on it all night. He left at 8 p.m. and arrived home at 9. My wife can attest to that. When I returned in the morning, I found her dead. Liar! You killed her!
Who said that?
I don't know, it doesn't say. Someone British.
There's another character?
It might be the person in the leather jacket.
Oh.
Oh, I can't do a British accent.
This will be good.
You wealthy Americans are all alike.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna do it normally. Liar. You killed her. You wealthy Americans are all alike. You think you can own anything you want? Even people. Why don't you tell us what really happened between you and Barbara? She had an affair with you, and you wanted her to be your full-time mistress. You even offered to keep her in a cozy little flat nearby. But Barbara wasn't like that. She had brains, she had independence, and she had a career she loved. It's obvious to me what happened this morning. Barbara told you once and for all that you couldn't treat her like a little tart for hire. That made you mad enough to kill her. Is any of that true, Ed? Yes. Barbara and I were in love, Jess. I know it seems strange. I'm nearly 25 years older than she was. But we had... Ew. But we had something special. Something that had... Oh, ew. something that had always been missing from my marriage. I told Barbara that I'd leave my wife for her, but she had to get away for a while and left for a vacation in England. After a few days, she called me to say that she had met someone. Ooh, okay, so the leather jacket guy is someone she met while on vacation in England. He's a young painter named Samuel Reed. Okay, so the painter says it was love at first sight. I told her to go back to the States, settle her affairs, and then I'd come here and take her back to England to live with me. He flew in very late last night and then went to the airport motel, but the police arrived at the motel before he could even rent a car. So the police did a check of the phone records, found a call to the airport motel. Okay, so then the partner says, wait, now I get it. Barbara told me that she had a brief encounter with him, with leather jacket guy, which meant nothing to her, but to him it became an obsession. So the partner believes that leather jacket guy shows up without any kind of warning, tells her how much he loves her, she freaks out, she told him to get lost, so he comes here in the evening, they argue, and he kills her. Why, you inept little worm.
Yeah, Reed is...
Okay, leather jacket guy says that Barbara did the copywriting as well as the artwork, that the partner did nothing, but she allowed him to share the awards. She was loyal and too sentimental about you because you were college sweethearts. But, okay, so then the old guy, the friend, says, that's true. She was about to kick him out and start her own agency. That would have ended his career. And that's his motive. Why, you dirty son of a, you no talent bum. Shut up, you crazy Americans.
Great. What a fight.
Gentlemen, please. We don't need any shouting. I think I can get to the bottom of this. One look around this room tells me what happened here last night. Barbara Monk was murdered by you. So we have to figure out which man she's pointing to. All right, that's it.
Great.
I kind of thought there would be more art involved.
Maybe in the picture there will be.
Okay. Oh, did you see that? Under here are all of my failed attempts.
I did not. That's pretty good.
Well, I didn't have the chisel pen, so I redid it. Also, I messed up the R. And then that's where I was testing all the pens. So my scissors. I was very proud of these.
They're very useful.
Okay. Okay, we don't really need this because we won't be referencing that. Here we go. Wait, don't start yet. We haven't started the timer.
Sorry.
All right, here we go. There's always some kind of typewritten paper in these.
Well, we are in the 80s, early 90s.
Also, you're not allowed to study the puzzle too much before we start trying to solve it. You're not allowed to solve it until we're actually solving it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we have a Post-it note with something scribbled on it.
There's usually one of those.
These solid black pieces are definitely going to help us solve the mystery. Okay, that's going to go over here.
That's where the rest of my pieces were.
Just enough room for the puzzle and the timer.
Perfect.
All of the stuff has black outlines, which makes it a little tricky to figure out how it all connects to each other. Oh wait, this one.
A couple more
This
for
one
you.
goes up here.
I have some hands.
Oh, these are the hands on, like, pushing the
Like the nozzle.
the nozzle. Ooh, okay, this has a time on it, so we're gonna have to study that later. All right, just a quick update. We're 36 minutes in, and we have pretty much all of the colorful parts done. So here's what's left.
Uh-huh.
Wow, this is really gonna help us solve the mystery.
This is where the solution is in here for sure.
Yep. And then Katie, you said you found the edge piece?
Found it.
Yay! Our edge is finally complete. Looked for where this piece goes so many times. I couldn't. No! Oh no! I thought I
Still
finally
no?
figured it out. No, it's this one. It's out of puzzle jail.
Puzzle jail?
It's when you're doing a speed puzzle and you keep trying the same piece in the same spot
Oh.
over and over again, and you don't want to keep looking at it. And you
Aw.
put it off to the side and you put it in puzzle jail.
That's great.
You just can't forget that it's there, because
Right.
eventually you will need it.
Yes.
All right, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Here we go. Yay!
And 55-50.
That's pretty good.
Huh. Oh, well, okay. Well, we'll figure that out.
Slide the whole sheet over a little bit.
Well, I didn't iron all of the sides.
Oh. There we go.
There we go. Don't look. Don't look yet. Don't solve it without me. All right, it's time to solve the mystery. I didn't remember to bring home the detective hats, so you'll just have to imagine us as detectives. So if you want to try to solve it yourself, I'm going to have a full image of the finished puzzle and the entire story down below. So from this point on, we will be sharing our thoughts, potentially spoilers, so you can pause here if you want to try to play along at home. But before we get into it, here is a quick recap of the whole story and all of our suspects, just so you remember who we're talking about as we try to solve it. Also, the reason why I think the Murder, She Wrote ones are some of the best mystery puzzle versions out there is because they always give you multiple clues that all lead you to the same solution. The Springbok one that we did just had the one clue, whereas this one, there's going to be a few different things that we can look for.
Where should we start?
So I feel like that's probably all legit, and it's all the stuff on the outside that we have to look more closely at. Okay, so this I think might be one of the most important clues that we have. It's on her stationery, and it says deadline 8 a.m. Ed to pick up all 6 panels. I mean, there are 6 panels. It said she was going to be staying overnight to finish it. It seems like it's finished. It is signed with her name.
We also have some
Yeah, let's
Post-its
look
up
at
here.
the Post-its. That might be important.
So we've got call Ed, read beauty shot to 6. Beauty shot is at 6.
A little sketch of a car. Yes. These are early sketches.
Is the handwriting the same between those?
I mean, it looks similar enough.
Yeah.
I told her that the work had to be ready by 8 a.m. this morning. She said she was willing to work on it all night. So Ed left at 8 p.m., got home at 9. He arrived back in the morning and...
to pick it up at 8 a.m.
Which is what her note says. 8 a.m., Ed to pick up all 6 panels. Let's go back to these. I feel like there has to be something up here. So if she had to call Ed, that means that he communicated with her after
he left.
But she could have called him either in the office or at home. It doesn't really tell us much. Let's see, this is this one. That looks pretty similar. And then this one, we have the gas on the other side.
Oh, this is petrol, and that says gas.
Oh my gosh! Wait! British petrol. Okay, wait. Petrol, gas. Okay, so she did these sketches. British guy finished these sketches and wrote petrol instead of gas.
He's also an artist, right?
Yep, he's a painter. Ooh, okay, now we have to look for anything else British. Like anything with an extra U we should look for.
The car is driving on the side of the road we expect, right?
Is it? Wait.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe she got halfway done and he picked it up here on the 4th panel.
Oh, look, here, he's on the different side.
Oh yeah, so he did finish 4 without her. So this was definitely drawn
by someone else.
By the other guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so panel 4 is definitely the most suspicious one. That's right, we did a check of the phone records and found a call made to this phone from the airport motel. So he called her at the office from the motel.
So he knew she was there, and she probably would have said, I'm here, I'm working late on this project.
Yep. Oh, wait.
What?
If they're checking the phone records, they would know if she had called Ed or not. And if they don't mention that she called Ed, maybe she never actually called him. Because, I mean, she wrote down what she wanted to do, so he could have just rearranged things. We do have whiteout out here. I'm trying to see if anything was whited out.
Don't think so.
I mean, the British thing, I think, is our best clue.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about it being the British guy.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Okay. Let's read the... Wait, is this one on the wrong side? Because it's going forward.
Oh, yeah.
But he would be over here.
Oh, good call.
So 3 and 4 are both done by the British guy.
Yeah. Great.
I feel pretty good about that.
I'm good with that theory.
Let's see if we missed anything. It's going to be backwards. So let me do a little phone magic. Don't look yet. Although I do see the word petrol. So
I saw Barbara spelled out. Did we miss something with that?
Oh, her name. There's an A. It's supposed to be B-A-R-B-R-A. He signed it for her.
He doesn't even know how to spell her name.
They only met once.
You remember how to do this?
Well, I don't know how to do it on the Android. I know how to do it on an iPhone. There we go. All right, we have our solution. Jessica Fletcher took a deep breath and turned. Who's she pointing at? Who's she pointing at? To Samuel Reed.
Do we get it?
It appears, Mr. Reed, that you won't be using your return ticket to England. Quite obvious to me that you killed Barbara Monk last night.
We did it!
Barbara Monk, only finished the first 2 panels of artwork before you killed her.
Oh.
You can read the note on the memo pad. You tried to make it appear that Barbara was alive and working throughout the night so that when Ed arrived at 8, he would look like the guilty party.
Okay.
Because if she was alive all night and he came back first thing in the morning, then he's the one that would have done it.
Yep.
Several slip-ups. You misspelled Barbara's name. So that's this one. Okay, so unfortunately, the camera stopped recording. So we missed the entire end of the video. So let's pick up where we left off. So in the first 2 panels, we're sitting on the correct side of the road for the US. But in panel 3, it has suddenly flipped to the other side of the road, which we got.
Yep.
And in panel 4, the steering wheel is on the incorrect side for America, which we also noticed.
Yep.
And if that were not enough, we see here in panel 4, the sign reads Petro over the gas station. Well, unless they were selling pet rocks at the station, I believe it would have said petrol, which we in America call gas.
Yep.
Which is on her sketch up at the top.
Great.
Lieutenant, I assume Mr. Osborne is now free to go. The lieutenant nodded, and Osborne gave Jessica Fletcher an affectionate squeeze. Thank you, he whispered. You are quite a talented lady.
Why is he whispering this?
You certainly are, added Barry Barlow. Perhaps you should consider a career in advertising. Dear me, no. If I have any talent, I prefer to use it on mysteries. The fictional kind, that is.
And also running around town solving all the murders.
And that's our puzzle.
Trust, then you know you must always keep it from rust. Most sprays just rearrange the dirt and dust, but our spray has a lust for busting crusty rust. Rust Buster, Rust Buster, because rust never takes a vacation, so buy Rust Buster. Rust Buster, bust your rust to dust.
All right, what did you guys think of that commercial? I had the idea to do it, and then as soon as I had the idea, I couldn't not do it. It was actually really hard to do because since the image is only on the puzzle and not on the box, I had to Photoshop out every single puzzle piece line and then pull out each of the different elements to animate it, and my friend Josh did the music. He did an amazing job. And then also, I don't know if anyone noticed this. Let me know down in the comments if you noticed this. In order to honor Barbara's legacy, I fixed all of the British things. So the car is now driving on the correct side of the road. It says gas instead of petrol. Barbara Monk, we will always remember you. Anyway, before I go, I have a little bit of research that I wanted to share with you guys. So, okay, while I was home when we were filming that, Katie and I also filmed opening up this giant box from Bits and Pieces, and it included a whole stack of puzzle catalogs from the 80s and 90s. This is incredible puzzle documentation. I'm definitely going to go through them in more detail in another video. But in these catalogs, we can see how the Murder, She Wrote puzzle series was originally sold. And so there were 4 different puzzles in the series. However, there was this one catalog where we found a mystery about the mystery puzzles. So we found this box cover for a puzzle that we had never seen before. It doesn't match any of the released puzzles. It doesn't have a specific title. So at first, I was so excited. I thought there was a 5th puzzle in the series. But I have looked all over eBay and WorthPoint and everywhere I can think of. I can't find any evidence of this puzzle anywhere. So the catalog is from spring 1989, and the puzzles have copyright dates of 1984, but Murder, She Wrote only premiered on TV in 1984. So that makes me think that the copyright date on the puzzles is just the first time that the Murder, She Wrote name was copyrighted, because I don't think that they would be releasing the puzzles 4 months after the show premiered. So what I'm thinking is that this might be a placeholder image, because maybe they just hadn't actually finished making the actual puzzles yet. The catalogs are still at my parents' house, but next time I'm there, I'm gonna go through all of them and really track when each of these 4 puzzles first shows up. Because then we should be able to get a more accurate release date. But I'm so curious, if you had ordered from this listing, which of these 4 puzzles would you have gotten? But also, of course, I could be wrong. Maybe it is a standalone puzzle. So if you have ever seen it, please let me know. Okay, so then when I was doing all of that Googling, I came across another version of these puzzles, and I thought it was really interesting that the covers are very similar, but a little bit different. So the ones that I have were released by American Publishing, but there's also a version from Paul Lamond Games, and I'm pretty sure the cover is a recreation of the original cover. The writing is really close, but it's not quite the same. And same thing with the scribbles. It's really close, but not quite the same. And so I also found a Reddit post showing the actual puzzle from Paul Lamond Games, and the image is identical, but the piece cut is completely different. They're both 550 pieces, but clearly made by different manufacturers. But the booklet inside does still use the original image. And then if we compare the American Publishing and the Paul Lamond version of Desktop Murder, again, it's a very similar image, but not quite the same, clearly recreated. But I couldn't find a Recipe for Murder or An Unconventional Murder released by Paul Lamond, so I think they only released those 2. And then I wasn't going to cover these because I always just assumed that they were the exact same puzzles, only re-released. But in 2005, RoseArt released the puzzles with brand new boxes and as 750 pieces instead of 550. And I couldn't believe it. This blew my mind when I saw it. I found one listing on WorthPoint that showed the actual puzzle from the RoseArt version, and it's the same layout, but clearly redrawn and rephotographed. There's so many different elements in here that are very similar, but clearly not identical. However, I also found an image of the solution page of the booklet, and that is word for word identical. Okay, but wait, when I look at the 2005 version of Desktop Murder, that image does seem to be identical. So why would they only remake one and not the other? My first thought is it has something to do with the photo licensing, but then they would have to redo both of them. What? My only thought is that they wanted to make the art one maybe easier to read, since the typewriter text in the original is kind of small. And also, the art one is a lot easier to recreate than the desk with the typewriter and all the other stuff on it. But I I just think it is so interesting that there are so many different versions of these puzzles. I guess I'm just following in a long line of tradition by recreating that cover image. And then before I go, I have just one more fun fact. So the story booklet is credited to Eric S. Wise, and when I Googled his name, I only found stuff connected to these puzzles, but I also found a page suggesting that it's probably a pseudonym because Eric Wise was the birth name of Harry Houdini. So I guess we'll probably never know who actually wrote these stories. But anyway, stay tuned because next summer we're gonna tackle the fourth and final puzzle in this series. But in the meantime, if you want to see us solve the other puzzles in this series, you can watch the desktop murder puzzle, which we did 2 years ago. And if you were wondering about all the Puzz 3Ds behind us, we actually also did a video showing the entire collection. So I'm gonna link both of those videos right down below. So let me know down in the comments, did you solve the mystery? Did you ever watch Murder, She Wrote? Are you British? Which side of the road do you drive on? Your code word for the comments will be mystery. And that's it for today. So I'll see you all in the next one.